Welcome back to another video for HarborFinancialOnline.com. Today I'm going to be talking about the federal withholding tables and the increases to the tables. Now, in this video I'm going to cover from the employer perspective and the employee perspective. So these tables are always adjusting. They're normally increasing, so it's very important for the employers to keep track of the increases. And for the employees part, it's important that you understand how much is being withheld and how to adjust those amounts. So let me get the video going here. So if you are reviewing these tables, you'll notice that they have increased, and traditionally from year to year they are going to change. Now this is based on changes in policies and Congress and the tax laws that are constantly being adjusted. So it's not, the withholding tables are never going to stay the same. You as an employer are responsible to keep referring to these tables, because if you're not accurately entering the withholding amounts right, you can get penalties applied to you for not doing this. So make sure that it's something that you're staying on top of. Now on the employees part, they can adjust their withholdings, because a lot of times what the employer is having withheld may not be reflective of that employee's tax situation. So I want the employer to realize that even though these tables may be adjusting, you can adjust how much tax you want withheld in your paycheck. So it's very easy to do. What you're going to do is complete W-4 form, and I'm going to show you this form, and it's very simple, and this is how you adjust your withholdings. And you provide it to your employer. They will change the withholdings and then file a copy of your W-4 to the IRS. And every employer is required to do this. They can't determine exactly how much is going to be withheld based on the table. So they can't come to you and say, well, on the table this is what you qualify for. No, you can adjust your own withholdings, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Again, there are tables. You need to look at the state tables too. Along with the federal, you need to look at the state withholding tables, because those are always going to change too. So two very important things for you as the employer to keep track of. I recommend there's software out there that's going to constantly be updating your tables, and it'll connect to these federal and state sites and adjust the withholding amounts, so you're not always having to refer to those tables and make the changes, because then you're probably going to end up making some errors and getting some penalties assigned to you. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to take you to the W-4 form for the employees, because I think it's important for you to know this form, and it's very easy to fill out, but I want to show you how to do it and how to adjust your withholdings, because often employees are having too much tax withheld, and that's why they're getting big refunds at the end of the year. So you as the employer should make sure that you're notifying your employees that they can complete these W-4 forms to adjust their withholdings, because just by having a big tax refund doesn't mean you're calculating it right. Okay, really what you want is a lower refund, so you're not having so much tax withheld. Because the reason to have tax withheld is to cover your tax liability at the end of the year. It isn't to create a huge refund. Okay, it's just to cover all your taxes so you don't get penalties and interest. So let's go to the W-4. So this is the form for you employers. You need to make sure that your employees are aware of this form and they know how to complete it and to adjust their taxes. Because if they're a new employee, new to the workforce, they aren't going to know anything about this. So you should probably walk through this form with them. It's very easy to fill out. Show them how to do it. And you as an employee, I'm going to go through the first real quick. So you're going to have A through H here. The more numbers that you get in here, the higher the number, the less tax you're going to have withheld. So you get a 1 for yourself, because you're a dependent. You get a 1 if you're single and only have one job. If you're married, have only one job and your spouse does not work, you get wages from a second job or your spouse's wages. So let's just put one here. Now you have you're married, you get another one here. Again, the higher the number we end up at, the less tax withheld. So remember the opposite. The lower the number, the more tax withheld. So if you're getting a big refund every year, you're going to want to increase your exemption amounts by doing this form. If you're claiming head of household, you get a credit for this, so this is why you get a 1. You're going to have less tax withheld because you have a credit. Child tax, let's put it here. Dependent care expenses. So now we total these up. We're at 5. So this is going to lower your tax withheld quite a bit. Okay? Your total is just going to go in here. Then you're going to enter your information here. The total, we had our 5 there. And then just your personal information. Sign it. Your employer's name and address. Their EIN. They're going to file this for you. You're not going to. Keep a copy for your records though. So that's how this works. I highly recommend for employers to get a software program that's going to update the increases to the withholding tables, so you're constantly not referring to those and making mistakes on it. And from the employee's perspective, if you're having a big refund every year, have less tax withheld, do the W-4, it's very easy. And I recommend checking out our website, harborfinancialonline.com. Thank you.